everybody. We're having a drusha.
Could you move a little bit?
We're having a little speech here about Hanukkah, which is why we're all together, right? Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful thing. Go ahead, Joe.
Dedicated to Rabbi Matisar, to his memory. The Talmud in Tractates Shabbat 21b says, the Gemara asks, what is Hanukkah and why are lights kindled on Hanukkah? The Gemara answers, the sages taught in Megillat Tanit on the 25th of Kislev, the day of Hanukkah, are 8. One may not eulogize on them, and one may not fast on them. What is the reason? When the Greeks entered the sanctuary, they defiled all the oil that were in the sanctuary by touching them. And when the Hashmonean monarchy overcame them and emerged victorious over them, they searched and found only one cruse of oil that was placed with the seal of the high priest, undisturbed by the Greeks. And there was sufficient oil there to light the candelabrum for only one day. The miracle occurred, and they lit the candelabrum for 8 days. The next year, the sages instituted those days and made them holidays with recitation of Hallel and special thanksgiving and prayers and blessings. And so that is the source, the halachic source, for where do we get the idea of celebrating Hanukkah, because it's obviously not in the Torah, since the Torah was written way before Hanukkah took place. So the source, and even the Tanakh, doesn't have a reference to Hanukkah. It's only the Talmud, so that is the source that we have for that. Now, Hanukkah celebrates Jewish perseverance, religious freedom, and the miracle of light. It's a festival of light symbolizing hope, unity, and the victory of light over darkness, reinforcing Jewish identity against forced assimilation. So much of the story of Hanukkah is our own present-day story. Judea was under the control of the Seleucid Empire, led by Antiochus IV Epiphanes. The religious Jewish community was small and was under pressure from the Hellenistic non-Jewish powers, as well as the larger majority of Hellenized Jews. The Greeks wanted the Jews to end their Jewish custom of circumcision and not eating pork. The majority of Jews, who were Hellenized Jews, wanted the smaller, more religious Jewish community to adopt the politically expedient course of becoming more Greek in their practices and customs. There is much debate on what led to the Great Maccabean Revolt. The internal rebellion of traditional Jews against the Hellenistic Jews, or the external revolt against Antiochus and the Greeks who prohibited circumcision and sacrificed the pig in the temple altar. It was probably a bit of both. Rebellion against the larger Jewish community, which wanted all Jews to assimilate to the customs of their pagan neighbors, and rebellion against the desecration of the temple and the Greek prohibition against circumcision. We celebrate Hanukkah because of the divine miracle which took place. Judas Maccabee and the religious Jews experienced victory over the Greeks and the greater majority of assimilated Jews, otherwise known as the Hellenistic Jews. The smaller group of religious Jews took back possession of the temple. They found only one flask of undefiled oil for the temple menorah. The miracle, as we know, was that the one-day supply of oil lasted 8 days, enough time for fresh, new oil to be produced. This, my friends, is the Hanukkah story of Congregation Zvi Jacob. In the midst of anti-Semitism in this country and the pressure from within our own regional Jewish community to assimilate and drop our outdated and impossible standards of Orthodox Judaism, a small minority of Jews raising the banner of Orthodox Judaism has managed to win against the external and the internal pressures. Like the Maccabees, we find ourselves still watching the light of Torah shine in our shul. We may not yet have our new supply of fresh oil, but our one-day supply has not been consumed yet. Celebrate the miracle of this small flask of undefiled oil that kept our forefathers going, and celebrate our own miracle as we live the Hanukkah miracle yet one more time. Hanukkah Sameach.
Amen.
Very nice. Beautiful. Jones, great.